Part 2 of what it means to be a born-again Christian. We just looked at what Jesus said to Nicodemus in John chapter 3 and verse 3, that a man must be born again. We then looked at God so loved the world that he gave his son for us, that who believeth in him. So we have established that we have to believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. We have to believe that God the Father sent the Son so that we would not perish, but we would have everlasting life. And we have to ask him to come into our heart. Revelation 3:20, Jesus said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock, and if any man hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come and dine with him and he with me." God wants to have a relationship with you. God created man in his image so that he could have a relationship. It says that God created man in his image and in his likeness. What is that attribute of God's likeness? This is it. God has autonomy. God doesn't answer to anyone. God has the ability to make all these decisions. Now, for him to have proper fellowship and relationship with someone, they too would need that option where they did or did not have to do it. God created angels. God created a whole heap of beings that are all found throughout the scriptures. But no one he created except for humans in his image. Now, the risk of doing that is, what if his creation decided that they didn't want to serve him? So God created a system. So he put a garden and he put man inside the garden. It's called the Garden of Eden. It's found in Genesis chapter 3. And God said, look, you can have everything and partake in this, but so you know that I'm God, so you know that I am the top notch, because Adam was a very powerful spiritual being before he'd sinned. He said, don't eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And we know that the serpent came and deceived Eve, and Eve gave to Adam, and they both ate, and they both realized that they were naked. But that was put there so that they would understand that even though in the likeness of God and the image of God, and God gave us a lot of responsibilities on the earth, but God was still God, and we had to give that choice. Now, the risk is that man might go and decide to serve themselves or serve other gods or serve other religions. But God has put everything in path that he wants that relationship. It was the original purpose, fellowship. That's why we have a thing called prayer. That's why we have a thing is God is very interested in you. He's very interested in everything about you. Did you know that Jesus in a place in heaven, and I know this to be true, thought about you, and he was and made you exactly the way that you are, and he breathed you into your mother's womb? Do you know that no one is being created by accident? Do you know there is no room for chance? Is that you are beautifully and fearfully and wonderfully made, so you can have a relationship with God.